Emmerdale has revealed that the upcoming episodes will be packed with explosive drama, twists and dire consequences for the villagers. At the heart of the action are Ross, whose fierce loyalty to Kim, and Kane, whose protective instincts towards Moira spark a fiery confrontation with Ruby. These gripping storylines will have viewers holding their breath. The tension starts to boil when Ross makes a shocking move on Will. Known for his fiery temper, Ross is never one to back down from a fight, especially when someone he cares about is involved. Will, who has been blackmailing Kim and may have been responsible for injuring her in a heated argument, pushes Ross to his breaking point. Ross steps in to defend Kim, but his protective instincts quickly get the better of him. In a fit of rage, he viciously attacks Will, seemingly without regard for the consequences. The situation escalates quickly, and Ross' actions could have dire consequences. If Will succumbs to his injuries, Ross faces the grim reality of being charged with murder. The fallout from this incident affects not only Ross, but also Kim, whose relationships with both men put her at the center of the investigation. As the police dig deeper, Kim's role in the events leading up to the attack comes under scrutiny. Did she inadvertently provoke Ross with her words or actions? Authorities suspect so, and Kim finds herself being questioned as a possible accomplice. This storyline is rife with moral dilemmas and emotional stakes. Ross's impulsive decision to act on Kim's behalf could cost him his freedom, leaving Kim to grapple with guilt over the chain of events she may have caused. The question remains, how far can loyalty go before it becomes destructive? And will Kim be able to clear her name, or will her past misdeeds come back to haunt her, making her an accomplice in Ross's crimes? Meanwhile, in a separate, but equally intense storyline, Kane finds himself at odds with Ruby in a tense confrontation at the hospital. Moira's condition worries Kane, and his patience is wearing thin. When Kane finds Ruby at Moira's bedside, his anger explodes. He demands that Ruby leave immediately, his voice filled with rage and protective desperation. Kane's warning to Ruby is more than just words. It's a clear signal that he's willing to go to any lengths to protect Moira. His threat hangs in the air, leaving Ruby visibly shaken. But Kane is no pushover, and his history of fierce loyalty to those he loves suggests he could make a promise of dire consequences if Ruby refuses to comply. This confrontation highlights Kane's complex character. His unwavering devotion to Moira contrasts with his volatile temperament. Though his actions are motivated by love and care, they often lead him into dangerous territory, pushing him to make decisions that could have dire consequences. The question is whether Kane's protective instincts will ultimately bring comfort to Moira, or drive a wedge between them and those around them. As these storylines unfold, Emmerdale promises to delve deeper into the emotional and moral complexity of its characters. Ross's impulsive violence and its potentially fatal consequences raise questions about justice, guilt, and the lengths a person will go to protect the people they care about. Kim's involvement in this challenge adds layers of intrigue, as viewers wonder whether her actions are simply a misunderstanding or part of a larger conspiracy. Similarly, Kane's fierce protectiveness of Moira shows his intense love, but also raises concerns about how far he is willing to go to protect her from perceived threats. His confrontation with Ruby hints at deeper tensions and unresolved issues, adding to the show's compelling drama. With high stakes, raw emotions and shocking twists, these storylines will have a lasting impact on the village. As the fallout from Ross' attack and Kane's confrontation unfolds, viewers will be drawn into the lives of these characters, questioning their motives, empathizing with their struggles and eagerly anticipating what happens next. Emmerdale continues to prove why it's still a must-watch, delivering a story that's both gripping and unpredictable.